So it's these two aren't sneak dissing.
No, man, Kid Capri and Funk Flex all the way up.
These two ain't sneak dissing. They're saying names.
Yo, you didn't listen to the Kid Capri hour-long break?
No, but I've seen like a lot of his posts before that about
man, Kid Capri
cutting on
killed
Flex.
that. Yo, he does an hour just straight of break beats. Like so many classic samples, and it's just like, yo, it was super fucking dope. Like I just like watched them, like it's an hour long, I'm like I'll probably watch it for 5 minutes. I ended up keeping that shit on while I was in the shower, came out of the shower, sat down, finished watching it. Like I was like, yo, this shit is like, it was dope. It was dope. It started a little slow, and then he like, once he gets in like the groove of the wax, man, he's just killing it, bro.
Yeah, I love to see that DJ battle, like that'd be dope.
I think it's funny how Capri did go at him on decks, like online, and then Flex hasn't responded yet.
Flex just talks shit on his radio show.
I heard him talk shit for 5 hours.
I don't doubt that. I didn't listen to it, but like I don't doubt that. Because Flex is known to kind of like
what are your thoughts on Flex? A lot of people like really dislike him now. Like I think he's a legend. Like I think
he is a legend. That's why I'm like, but like I don't like the way he he's been carrying himself over the last couple of years. Like I think maybe like if I were looking at Flex like 5 years ago, I'd be like look at him as like an ultimate legend. Like he's fucking somebody way up in the culture. Like he's done so much, but like just the way he's been dissing new artists and kind of like.
You don't like that he disses new artists?
Not really. Like things are gonna change. Like he's like stuck in like an old head mentality.
He is, which isn't good for like the position he holds. Like they're the shareholders of Hot 97.
Yeah.
And, like it's not a good format. But what I appreciate at least is that he's real to himself. Like he doesn't sit here and like act like and pretend to like shit that he doesn't like. Just because he's a media person, you know what I mean? Like, he fights for what he loves. Good hip hop, real hip hop.
I feel that, but like,
I don't know who he all hates on either. Like, I've seen him hate on like some of the like mumble rap kind of guys, but like, I don't know if he's like who else he's hated.
But then like, he'll have people up there like for the freestyles and shit like that, and then like they're all with the bars, and then after they're done, he'll sit there and cut up the mumble rappers like, you guys can't do this. Like, it's like they're not claiming to do that. If they were claiming to be like the river guys and they weren't, like, then that's something. But these guys aren't claiming to be what he wants them to be.
Yeah, and that, like I agree with, and I do get. I'm a true believer as well too that like lyrical content in hip hop is just not really there so much anymore, and people are really talented at rapping, and you get all the different sides of the argument, and I do agree, like, things change, people are different, sometimes about a vibe, like a good catchy song, whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like a rapper has to display at least once in a while that he knows how to rap for me to really respect him. Like Tory Lanez, you know what I mean? He went up and tore the fuck out of the Flex freestyle. You know what I mean? Like, dude can rap. And that's what I appreciate. Like, when I was growing up, when I was younger, like, I didn't like Jay-Z for, like, years when I was younger, grade school, early high school, and that was because the only songs I ever really heard from him were the ones that were on TV, and I was like, this is not really, like he doesn't really like display like skill, like you know what I mean? Like he's not like an ill rapper, you know what I mean? And he always kind of seemed like not soft, but kind of like, he wasn't like as edgy as the other rappers. He was kind of like more.
It almost seemed like more like back in the day I thought it was more of a joke.
He was like more commercial friendly. He was more user friendly. You know what I mean? Like Hard Knock Life, and like his like street jams never were the ones being played on TV. It was like Hard Knock Life and like that kind of stuff. So I always just kind of had a different view about him. It was kind of like, oh, Jay-Z's whack, right?
But now like
when I
come back to it, like I think Jay-Z's
he's one of the best.
He's one of the best.
And when I realized it is when I heard Threat. No, it wasn't. No, sorry. I had the Blueprint. So the Blueprint I actually had because my brother bought me it when I was young, so I liked the Blueprint. Like I listened to it.
I like that album.
You didn't? I listened to it and I found parts I liked, but like like things like Renegade, like Eminem stood out to me And I was like, oh, Jay-Z sucks on this song. You know what I mean? And then there were like other songs like Izzo and like Girls, like that I liked for the song value, but I wasn't like, oh, this is like, you know what I mean? And Heart of the City never changed. Like I learned to like the album, you know what I mean? But I still didn't think Jay-Z was like a great rapper. It wasn't until I heard Threat on the Black album that I was like, whoa. It's like, wait a minute, this is the guy I've been sleeping on. I'm like, if you can spit like that, then what have I overlooked all these years, right? So I went back and dug in the crates and dug up all the old Jay-Z shit.
I think I got a little bit before the Black Album came out, and I think I just was somewhere in like they were playing Reasonable Doubt, and I was like, I heard some of the songs, and I was like later on, like after, and I was like, oh shit, this shit's fire. Like,
yeah.
I was like, okay.
But see, even the Reasonable Doubt stuff, when I got older, I realized how dope it was. But like even when I was a teenager, like, you know, we would listen to like Feeling It and songs like that, and I thought they were dope songs, but I wasn't like, yo, Jay killed this.
I think one of the turnaround ones was like, actually, it's not even a big song before him, but like This Can't Be Life.
Oh yeah.
Scarface and Beanie.
I think that's the first song Kanye produced for him.
Yeah, that song right there, I was like, because like I think that's right around the time when The Fix came out.
Yeah.
And I was like huge on The Fix. I was like, man, this album's dope.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Scarface on this other? Okay, let me check this out. And I was like, oh shit, like, and that song is dope.
Can't Be Life is dope. But basically, to get back to the point though, what I was saying is like, when an artist at least proves they can rap, they're just not always spitting bars. I respect that, but it's hard for me to respect a rapper who can't rap. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can make a catchy song, make a good vibe. Say what?
Keep it going. Keep it going. I just want to make sure we're
on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's my main thing is I respect artists and their artistry and, you know, being original, doing different stuff, going left field, trying to make catchy songs. But I just feel like you have to be able to rap. You know what I mean? Like, to be a rapper, you have to be able to rap. And that's the one thing I've always really believed. Because every other genre of music, you have to sing. You have to be able to sing. But nowadays, a lot of tune shit you don't even, which is another tragedy. But either way, like, to sing, generally, historically, you have to be able to sing. To play guitar, you gotta be able to play guitar. Like, you can't just pick these things up and act like you do them and make good music. Like, you have to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so for rapping, I always felt that, you know, and we also grew up in an era too where older people looked at us like, why are you listening to that garbage?
Yeah.
All they do is steal beats and they just talk. You know what I mean? Like, that was always the view as like a little kid coming up and liking rap. Like, especially in like where we grew up, Brantford and stuff. I mean, that was more probably the norm in bigger cities earlier on.
Yeah.
But like for us, where we grew up, like in our lifespan through the 90s, like if we like rap, all the older people were like,
yeah,
that's garbage. You know, like there's no talent. And so you almost like come up when you're loving it, you're trying to really like point out the pieces of talent to people, so like you can just be like, yo, fuck, like this shit's super talented. Like, you know what I mean? And so that's why like I think the art of rap is important. I think that's what's different for the kids nowadays, and that's why things are the way they are, because they grew up in a generation where their parents love rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how many people we know our age that already have kids that are like 9? You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like, you know, like.
Yeah.
And like it's just so the generational thing I think is what it is that these kids didn't have to grow up defending rap music. Everybody had a respect for it. It's at the Grammys now. People are winning Pulitzer prizes. You know, like
we had to defend it.
We had to defend it. It was like it was almost like the punk music of the white middle class community. You know what I mean? Because it was more looked down upon to like rap than it was punk, where maybe that would be reversed in like other communities where like, you know, the guy who was a punk might stand out, but like us, like wearing like FUBU and shit or like whatever we were wearing, our stuff, like we stood out. You know what I mean?
Like I think in high school, I think there was
like I can remember people making fun of me because I liked rap.
I think there was 3 or 4 of us that rapped in high school.
Yeah.
Now I bet you I go back to that same high school.
I bet you half of it raps.
I bet you a lot of them rap.